Well, do watch out for the second part of that documentary by Erastus Asai-Donkor. It will also be aired right here on this network. Now, we can do some other stories. And the States dropped its charges of rape against Ace broadcaster Kwesi Cheidakwa at a court hearing yesterday. Now, according to state prosecutors, the decision was as a result of unwillingness of the victim and family to testify in the trial. Joy News' Anio Sabute, who witnessed proceedings, said the discharged KKD is now a free man until there's new evidence to incriminate him. But one question on the minds of many is whether KKD has been acquitted as well. And what does the term acquitted mean in law? Anio Sabute joins me in the studio with some more on this one. Annie, welcome.
Thank you.
So, Annie, the very first thing I would want to ask is, what's KKD's status as regards this trial now?
Well, what the status stands now is that he's been discharged. What it means is that he cannot report to the court as he used to. However, as and when the lady feels like wanting to come back and testify against him, he will. So it's like on one leg he's free, but all the two, one leg is in the court, the other one is sitting in his house. So for now he's free up until the lady says, I want to push on with the case, and then he will be back in the court to see the case.
So what does it mean? Does it mean, for instance, he may not be able to travel outside the country, he may not be able to do certain things? What does it mean, actually?
No, he will be able to travel, because it's interesting that you talk about traveling, because, you know, there are a lot of information going around that his passport and stuff like that has been seized. That was not the case, because even yesterday, leading up to yesterday's case, for example, he was in London, and he did fly back into the country to have this particular case. So he's been traveling, he's been going back and forth. Yeah. I
see. So he's been discharged now. Does his being discharged mean he's been acquitted?
Not at all, because acquittal will only take place after a full trial, after a trial, okay? And even the issue of nolle prosequi can even happen before a verdict is handed after a trial. Yet the case has not been tried yet. Granted that it's only be acquitted when the case has gone through the full hall. They've called witnesses, they've cross-examined, lawyers on both sides have gone through the mill, and then the judge comes to say that based on the material evidence before me, I do not think that the accused person raped the woman, or it is consensual. But however, that did not happen. What actually happened was the fact that the star witness that the state intends relying on says, I am no longer interested in pushing for the case. So there was no trial at all right from the onset. The trial would have been only acquitted when you are going through the trial. Witnesses have been called, like I said. You ask them, were you there? What did you see? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. They call the prosecution witness, call investigators, they call medical doctors and all of that. They cross-examine everybody. Which now you've gone through the full hall. You've listened to the arguments from both sides. Based on that, the judge comes to say, based on my own reading and what happened in court, I believe that the witness or the accused is free. Then he has been acquitted, and therefore you cannot bring him back to court. However, how the matter stands now is that the star witness said she is not willing to testify because of what they describe as the trauma that she went through leading up to the process and aftermath, and the fact that there has been excessive media intrusion in the whole process, and because of that she's traumatized. She's not prepared to put herself up before cameras to testify against the person that she is accusing. So what it means is that based on what she said, the state cannot force her. Like they themselves made reference to in the fact that in the prosecution code, it is also, the onus lies on the state to also ensure that the traumatic experiences or whatsoever that the witness is going through is not exacerbated by forcing her to bring, though they acknowledge that they have the right to subpoena her. But if she's going through difficulty, you cannot say, okay, then come and testify. The prosecution code gives you that particular opportunity to say, okay, I respect your decision, I respect your wish, in as much as I have another leg to another hole to exploit in order to bring you. I cannot do that. So I will stand down the case for now. As and when you are free and you are okay, come and let's start the process again. Yeah.
I see. So now he's free but not free. You've mentioned the process it would take for him to be acquitted. How long would this take?
It depends. For now,
can it be for life?
It could be for life. As and when if the lady says, the lady can decide not to change her mind, even have to sit, and the case will be brought back to the court. The lady can decide that, look, I'm not going to testify till the end of the world. it is like that as it stands. But even in the old age or whatever, when it feels like, okay, maybe today, because crime has no limitations or whatsoever to it. If after 30, 40 years or whatever, she feels like, I want to pursue this case, they can bring back the case. But as it stands now, is one of his legs is home, the other one is still in the court. Yeah.
And I'm going to have you hold for a while I try and get more on this particular. And Gary Nimakumafo is one of Kwesi Cheidako's lawyers. He joins us live on the phone with more on this particular conversation. Hello, lawyer Gary Nimakum.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. So, first and foremost, I would like to know, where's KKD?
He's in the country.
He's in the country?
Yes.
I'm supposing he's elated at this point.
Say it again.
I'm saying I'm supposing he's elated at this point.
Oh, he's calm.
Now, let's come to the issue. Now, the question on the minds of many is what it would take to warrant KKD's acquittal.
Well, before I speak, let me commend highly the good work of the most senior lawyers in this matter, who have done a great deal of job from December all the way up to this time. The likes of Mr. 24th Jr. done a great work in this matter. Nana Begetuo, Kukua, Tanka, and all the other doctors and medical experts who take care of KKD up to now. We are grateful to them for the good job that they have done in seeing through this matter all the way, these trials and tribulations up to now. So we are grateful to all of them. Now, on the question that you just asked as to what to warrant an acquittal of Mr. KKD, it is a simple answer. You see, normally, or in law, you get an acquittal when you have gone through a full-blown trial and evidence has been adduced, and then the court has come to the conclusion that the allegation for which you are before the court, you are not guilty, and you are acquitted. Now, if at the end of the day nobody goes through any trial, then what is in the law prescribed sentence? What it simply means that the Republic has no intention of continuing the matter. It could be so many factors that they don't need to give any reason anyway as to why they are not prosecuted. So basically, once they decide not to go into the matter, what it simply means is that the accusation still remains accusation. They remain mere allegations. They have not been proven or tested by any cross-examination. So basically, nobody can get up and go and say that Mr. KKD is a rapist because they are going to be convicted by any court of law. Nobody can go and get up and say that he still stands charged. The matter as it stands now is put to rest. That's our view of the matter.
Okay, I see. So, obviously, this issue of acquittal, he not being free, even though he is free, obviously it has to be an issue that is on the mind of KKD. Now, is he considering moves to get himself acquitted of these charges? Obviously, the KKD brand is a big one. It must have been dented by this image.
Well, you see, what we must understand is that a man cannot prosecute himself. You see, if you are being accused of a criminal offense, you cannot go to the courtroom and say that, yes, the Republic has decided that it has no intention of prosecuting the matter. But in my view, because I want to make sure I'm acquitted of the charges, prosecute me. I have not seen that before. Because the prerogative to prosecute or not to prosecute lies in the presence of the Attorney General. If you look at our constitutional provisions on Article 88, so...
But is KKD not considering clearing his name?
No, that will be another debate for another discussion. Because obviously, what you must understand is that, yes, we have been discharged. Yes, as it stands now, we are not before the criminal court facing the charge of rape. But admittedly, you will agree with me that from December up to now, we have not known any peace in this country, and also internationally. You understand? somebody, even though now, might still think that, well, you have been discharged. In the mind of the person, he might think that, as for this, you have committed offense. There are people who have that kind of view. So that would be another discussion as to whether he intends to commence civil action, or not.
So is that to suggest? Is your comment to suggest that as of now, KKD is undecided whether or not he wants to clear his name?
No, the point I want to make is that if he wants to commence a civil action for the purpose of maybe what you call clearing name, it is within his right to decide and to make his own decision.
So clearly he hasn't decided yet.
No, that's not. For now, where we are now, I think just yesterday after today, he needs some rest to reflect about what has happened.
Okay.
But I think going forward, you must put it on record that we do not have any feelings against Rafael Lynch or his family. We do not have anything against them. I think that going forward, we need to build bridges. And, whatever has transpired, between the December all the way up to now, we will just move on in peace. Because, this matter having erupted and this matter having taken a center stage in the airwaves, the tabloids everywhere, really, we too have been traumatized. The family too, have been traumatized. So we think that we need to build bridges and let peace, prevail so that all of us can have some peace.
So you speak of building bridges. Does it in any way mean that KKD is not considering any suit of, say, defamation?
No, you see, you are putting words in my mouth. I think I'm choosing my words carefully. I've made it.
I understand. We just want to find out.
It lies within his right and his president. Decide what line of action to take. You understand? But I'm saying that as it stands now, where we are now, I think there must be peace and tranquility to be.
But does it remain a possibility?
You see, you want to go and use something for your headline, and you go and say, Gary Macron said it.
Well, it's a simple question. You can choose to answer or decline.
I think I stick to my earlier answer I did.
Okay.
And that answer remains that whatever action or whatever remedy or whatever it is, he has the right to decide and then instruct his lawyers as such. It's not the lawyers who instruct him to go and do something. He has to decide what he wants to do. And then the lawyers will be instructed to do whatever they will do within the remit of the law.
Okay.
So as I said, it remains within his right to decide whatever he wants to decide. But I'm saying that from where I sit, I mean, let's break this and let's peace.
Okay, finally, before we go, do you foresee the states bringing him back to the court soon, anytime soon?
Oh, no. I don't foresee that at all.
Okay.
I don't foresee at all. Attorney General is a very experienced lawyer. I mean, he's a professional. And you can see that he has seen or he can foresee the hindrance and the blocks that they might incur in the course of pushing this matter. So in order not to incur the state or necessary expense, and being a case at a certain stage, and then you cannot get a conviction and waste everybody's time. He says, look, I have discontinued the matter. So I think the matter should be put to rest. That is all.
Okay, Gary Marco, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for your time, Gary Marco, on News Desk. We really do appreciate it. Gary Marco is he's a member of the legal team of Ace broadcaster Kwesi Cheidakwa. Ani Osabute is still here with me in the studio, and I can find out from him what's going on. So this has happened so far. We've heard Gary talk about all these things. Now, should we expect anything more after this ruling?
Anything more in terms of KKD? For now, I think that, like Gary said, for example, I mean, it's going to.
So for now, is it like the case is done and dusted? For now. For now,
exactly. And let me just, yesterday after the court, there was this circular that was issued. I just want to read a bit of that, and it said, it is to be noted that the Attorney General, and this letter was actually signed by the AGSL. Okay. It is to be noted that the Attorney General still believes in the case and reserves the right to commence the prosecution once the victim and witnesses are ready. So it means that as and when the victim and the witnesses say, let us go back to court, they will. If they continue to take the position they have taken, the AG is powerless. So for now, And like you said, I mean, I personally, from where I sit, I don't see that happening. So it means that as we stand now, technically, the case is done and that's dead. But as and when, like the AG said, the witness and the victim say, let us go back to court. For them, they are always available to do that.
Okay. And also, thank you very much for that update. Ani Osabute is our court correspondent, and he's been following this issue through and through. He came through with quite a number of interesting things there. You also heard us speak to Gary Nimako Manfo. He's also a member of the legal team of Ace broadcaster Kwesi Che Dakwa.